I'm all set up here, and I am ready to get started sharing with you guys. First off, I wanted to tell you about the dream I had last night, because this is what really tied everything together for me. Excuse me. Tied everything together for me as far as the scriptures that have been given to me. Lily actually gave me a few scriptures the other day from her Bible. Walked up to me out of nowhere and opened up to Hebrews 12, pointed at it, and then flipped a few pages and pointed at Mark 5. So I felt that I needed to do a video talking about that, but I also felt this need to wait, and now that I've had the dream, I know why, that I needed to wait. So basically, in the dream, I was with my husband, and we were outside, and when we looked up at the sky, there was planes everywhere, and these planes were dropping out missiles, small heat-seeking missiles. And you can imagine what the missiles were doing when they came down, great destruction. People were scared, people were running, people were screaming. I had a moment of fear myself, but nothing was coming near us. Things were going past us, things were close to us, but nothing was coming near us. Even one that came into the house didn't touch us. It didn't even detonate. So I guess we were being protected. And my husband made this comment that at the time in the dream I thought was the most insane thing any person could ever say in this situation. And that was, wow, these visions are really coming with a much greater frequency. And I was like, are you kidding me? This isn't a vision. This is happening right now. And I realize now that I'm awake that was the marker, like Shabbat in the other dream that I had. It was the marker from God to show me, focus on this, this is a vision. This is something that you need to pay attention to. So, Lily, like I said, she brought me the Bible. She showed Hebrews 12. That night, my husband was opening up our favorite Bible to discuss that Lily had showed it to me. As he's opening up the Bible, the only thing that was in that Bible, that I don't even remember being in there, I don't know the last time I saw it, the only thing that was in the Bible, other than the pages that were meant to be there, was this, I don't know what you call it, tract or pamphlet that you get when you walk into church every Sunday from my church, Faith Baptist in Youngsville, North Carolina. Hebrews 12, 1 through 13. In the title, Do Not Lose Heart. So, of course, my first thought is, wow, that's a little bit of a coincidence. And my husband was like, oh, wow, definitely. Like, we were both really surprised, but at the same time not surprised, because God does things like this all the time. So, we see it all the time. It's, I guess, coincidence in our minds isn't really a thing. It means to us, God orchestrated event. So, anyways, this isn't even like from last week or anything. Like, it's not like this scripture has just been in our minds or anything like that. Look, Sunday, October 20th, 2013. So this was almost 2 years ago, year and a half. So I was like, yeah, he definitely wants us to be talking about this. And for a little while, and in the last 4 takes of the video, I had really been trying to give a two-sided application to this, where I was applying this scripture both to long-term, throughout our entire lives, trials, and I was applying it to short-term, what we'll face when the destruction starts to come to America, and tribulation comes to America, in the world. I was applying the scripture to both of those situations. And I realize now, after praying about it, and after the video literally crashing and just like not working and not uploading and losing all my work 4 times, that I was saying the wrong thing. I wasn't supposed to share that the whole life long-term application. While that might be relevant, it wasn't what he wanted me to talk about in this video. In this video, I am supposed to be talking about do not lose heart. The do not lose heart message. That is why I felt like today the dream had brought everything together with this Hebrews 12 scripture that Lily brought to me, And then this reaffirmed when it fell out of the Bible that night. Do not lose heart. Do not fear the things that are to come. You can't. This is what the devil wants. This is what he wants. This is what the enemy wants. He's going to do scary things. God's going to do scary things. And the devil wants you to be afraid, and he wants you to fear God. In not the good way. In the way where you turn away from him. And some Christians might. And then the media is going to twist this, and the media is going to try to say, you know, it's not God, it's aliens, or whatever craziness, to try to deter you. Okay? But that's where Mark 5 comes in. That's where the other scripture that Lily brought to me that morning comes in. Mark 5. And then was reiterated to me the next morning when I opened up my Bible in Luke chapter 8, 41. Okay? This is where those two scriptures come in. These are talking about his miracles. So alongside the devastation and the tribulation, there's going to be miracles. These are going to be signs and wonders. These are going to be things that are going to get people to see that what is going on, this is God. And this is written in the Bible. And this is what was talked about and preached about and shared by hundreds and thousands of Christians all over YouTube and Facebook in these last few years. These are the events that we have been talking about that are coming on the earth. And God was showing me through these scriptures given to me by Lily and then reaffirmed in two different ways that there will be devastation and there will be miracles. There will be deception and there will be miracles. And he wants us to stay focused. The beginning of, Hebrews 12 in the New King James discusses the little titles above each section. The first one is the race of faith. The race of faith. How significant is that? Talking about the destruction and the terrifying things that we're going to witness while we're waiting for him to come get us. This is part of that race. So let me read a little bit of this to you. Therefore, we also, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, all the witnesses, all the people in the world who are going to see these things happening, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us, and let us run with endurance that race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. So, what this is discussing to me, Jesus, set your eyes on him. Focus on him. Do not lose heart. Do not lose faith. Every part of what is to come is just it's putting us through the fire. And think about how a diamond is made with pressure and heat and pressure and heat. And in the end, it is this beautiful, rare, sought after, just shining object. That is what these trials do to us. And the prosecution, it's going to be, like it says, Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, that heat and that pressure, those trials, these things we're going to face, these things that are going to test our faith and are going to try to break us down, that the devil wants to break us down, these are the refining things. These are the things that are going to make us shine and make us a testimony and make us a light for the world to desire to be like us. So, I guess I was kind of running in a spirit there for a minute, and now I'm feeling an abrupt stop. So I think that's it for this video. I think that's all he wanted me to talk about. Before we go, I will read to you from Mark 5 so that you know what that says. Never mind. Anyways, so Mark 5, I encourage you to read through it all the way. It talks about Jairus' daughter, who everyone sees and knows is dead, and they're mourning her. And Jesus comes and says she's sleeping, and he's just like, guys, seriously, don't worry. She's asleep. Like, I've got this. I'm just gonna go in and wake her up. Don't even worry about it. And he kind of says this in a somewhat humorous way, you know. And he just grabs her hand as he goes into her room, and he says, "Get up." And she just gets up as if she was never dead. He tells everybody she wasn't dead, she was sleeping. And they laugh at him. But they rejoice that she is alive because they all knew she was dead. But he tells the parents and he tells everybody who witnessed that they are not to tell anyone what he has done there. And then he just has to give her something to eat. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, this exact scenario, this exact event in the Bible that is written of by different people, various accounts, was given to me twice. Once that same morning as the Hebrews 12 by Lily. And then the next morning when I opened the Bible, it was in Luke 8, 40 through 56. So to me, the reiteration with this and the reiteration the following morning of the story of Jairus and the story of hemorrhagic woman in both Mark and in Luke, that was those two scriptures, God trying to tie those together for me to get out this message to you guys in cohesion with my dream. I really feel that this was, I don't want to say a warning, but a warning. Brace your heart, prepare your heart, ready yourself, and cling to Him, look to Him. Don't be afraid. Don't let what's going to come deter you from the path. Hebrews 12:12 says, "Therefore strengthen the hands which hang down, and the feeble knees, and make straight paths for your feet, so that what is lame may not be dislocated, but rather be healed." So, with that, I close, and I will be posting another video when I have a message for you guys, when I feel called again. And I love getting your feedback. I love to hear from you. I love to hear about your experiences, or anything you may have to add, or anything you may have to say. So just you can leave a comment, or you can message me. Bless all of you. Love all of you, and take care.